Welcome, welcome. Happy Thursday. If you're joining live, welcome to my home in Coquitlam, Canada. My name is Joanna. I'm your Yoga Flow alumni and teacher and faculty member. And it is my absolute pleasure to host these weekly lives on our Facebook page to serve you and to help you perhaps with planning your own practicums or class content. So currently we're working through the element series, and today we'll be focusing on the element of wind. All the other element practices are on the page, so if you just search Weekly Live Yoga, you'll be able to find them. So for today, we're going to be doing a Pranayama and Hatha practice. And so your props will involve a bolster, if you have one, and 2 blocks. An eye pillow and blanket are also optional. If you don't have access to those specific yoga props, you could get creative with pillows or cushions off the couch, no problem. To begin, we're going to start in Pranayama. So I invite you to come to Sukhasana, a tall, comfortable, easy seat, anchoring your pelvis to a prop perhaps to elevate the hips and help you create that nice long length in your spine. And feel free to place a blanket on the floor in front of you so that your ankles are cushioned. You could also use your extra blocks under your knees if needed. If sitting like this isn't comfortable, feel free to sit in a chair. Feel free to lean against a wall and have your legs extended. Whatever position you can find to create that long length in your back. And then once you've found your position, you might just spend a couple of moments just settling in, so that gentle nuzzling of your pelvis down, the lift of the crown of the head up, a nice extension through your collarbones and chest, a softening of your shoulder blades back and down, a softening around your eyes and your jaw, your forehead, your ears, the back of the skull. And then gently start to receive your breath as it is. Trying not to force or change or alter anything. Just observing this prana, this life force energy moving into your body. Where does it go? Where does it travel? Where is it needed? What is the journey of the inhale breath? And doing the same focused work on your exhale breath. As the exhale breath starts to bubble up to the surface, where does it come from? How does it move back up your body? And where does it end? Is it through the nose, or does it exit through the mouth? I picked a quote from Thich Nhat Hanh for us to use as a mantra today. And it goes as follows. Feelings come and go like clouds in a windy sky. Conscious breathing is my anchor. Feelings come and go like clouds in a windy sky. Conscious breathing is my anchor. And just one more time. Feelings come and go like clouds in a windy sky. Conscious breathing is my anchor. Take a deep breath through your nose and a big exhale through the mouth. And one more of those. Fill up to the top of your lungs. Inhale. Deep cleansing exhale. And then return to a steady breath. And let us move into Joanna, alternate nostril breathing. This breath work helps to balance both the right and left hemispheres of the body and the brain. It is a centering breath work. And for this breath work, you will need to choose your dominant hand. And this hand, we're going to use the thumb and the pinky finger as little plugs for our nostrils. The other three fingers, it's optional. I like to press them just gently to the third eye, to the space between the eyebrows. But other people prefer to close those three fingers in towards the palm. I'll leave it up to you. So for alternate nostril breathing, we're going to count in fours. So we're going to take 4 inhale, 4 holds, 4 counts for the exhale, and 4 holds. Now, if holding for 4 counts or breathing in and out for 4 counts does not work for you, please change those counts. You could go 2 counts for every inhale, every hold, every exhale, every hold. You could increase the counts. You feel like you could hold for 6, breathe in for 6, breathe out for 6. If you're new to this practice, I would always start with a smaller number, just so that you can start to feel this in your body, and you can always increase as feels right. So I'll be guiding 4s, but if you want to go slower or quicker, then please do. Prepare your dominant hand, and just start to breathe in and out through your nose. On your next inhale, block your right nostril and breathe in through the left for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold both nostrils, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale right, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the bottom, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale right, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale left, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the bottom, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale left, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale right, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale right, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale left, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale left, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale right, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale right, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale left, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale left, hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale left, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale right, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale right, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale left, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last cycle. Inhale left, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale right, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale right, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale left, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release your hand. And take a big breath in. And a big breath out. Now with your eyes closed and your hands to your thighs, simply feel the profound impact of that pranayama. That subtle energy clearing breath. Balancing right and left. Sun and moon. Masculine and feminine. Hot and cold. Yin and yang. Notice your center. Notice the lift through the crown of your head. All the asana that is to follow now will be focused on the respiratory system. Take a nice big breath in, float your arms all the way up to the sky and interlace your palms. Let them turn up to the sky. Exhale, round your back, chin to chest, pressing your midsection towards the back of your room. As you next exhale, come all the way up, lifting your arms overhead. As you exhale, round your back, chin to chest, press the palms forward. As you inhale, rolling all the way back up. One more time, exhale, rounding the spine. Inhale, all the way up. And bend your elbows, place your hands to the back of the head. Draw your shoulder blades back and down, elbows wide. Lift your chin and your chest towards the sky. And just take a couple of deep breaths into the front lines of your chest and rib cage. Lovely. And then inhale, come back to a neutral spine. Lower your hands all the way down to your thighs. And take a big breath in, lift your shoulders up to your ears, and exhale, roll your shoulders back and down. Let us come into child's pose, Balasana. Feel free to keep your blanket on your mat for your knees. And then widen your knees, connect your big toes together, and start to lower your chest and your forehead towards the floor, arms extending. If you would rather have your elbows more soft, please do so. If there is a gap between your pelvis and your heels, maybe you place your bolster or your blocks or cushions into that gap. Same if there's a gap between your forehead and the floor, you could always place a block there. In the shape of Balasana, the shape of surrender, I invite you to breathe into your lower back and into the back spaces of your lungs and rib cage. Perhaps even feel the expansion moving into your side body, into your side waist. Make those breaths deep and audible. Perhaps the exhales pour out of your mouth down into your mat. Soften and relax your lower belly here. Relax your jaw. Taking just 3 more breaths. And then gently coming up onto your hands and knees, removing any props between your hips and your heels. And as you set up tabletop position, your hands currently are underneath your shoulders, your knees are underneath your hips. Your toes can be tucked or untucked, your choice. And let us just walk our hands forwards and wide now, as comfortable as can be. Keep your pelvis high, but melt your chest down towards the mat and back towards your thighs, drawing your belly button to spine. Maybe your forehead rests on the floor, or maybe your chin rests on the floor. If this doesn't feel good in your chest or across your shoulders, maybe you bend your elbows more and put more of your forearms on the floor, no problem. If this feels great on your arms, maybe you're up on your fingertips, arm bones lifting off the floor a little more. Puppy pose, Hatha asana. Expanding breath into your chest now. Hearing the breath come and go. Perhaps even starting to cultivate that ujjayi quality of breathing, that gentle constriction to the back of your throat, and the inhales and exhales coming in and out through your nose. If that breath work does not feel great in your body, continue with your natural breathing, no problem. Take 3 more breaths here. After 3 breaths, come all the way up onto your hands and knees and take a nice big exhale. And you might just enjoy a little bit of movement now. So rocking the body side to side, rocking the hips, maybe shaking the head, and maybe repeating those cycles of cat and cow we did in our seated position. So as you inhale, you'll tilt your tailbone towards the ceiling, you'll soften your belly towards the earth, and you'll rise your chin and your chest up. And then as you exhale, you're rounding your back and looking towards your belly button. And again, inhale, come forwards and up, lifting your heart space, lifting your chin. And exhale, rounding your spine. One more cycle, come forwards and up. And exhale, round. And then come back to neutral and just extend your right leg behind you. You're on the ball of your right foot. And start to lift your right leg up so your right heel is in line with your right hip. From here, bend your right knee into your chest and step your right foot forwards between your 2 hands. You can keep your blanket under that left knee for support and start to bring your pelvis more forwards and down, checking in that your front knee is tracked over your front ankle and your front toes are facing forwards. Either keep your hands on the floor Or you might choose to place your hands on your blocks, or some of you will start to bring your hands onto your front thigh. Once you've found your stability, explore a drishti point, a point of focus just in front of you to help with finding more balance. You're hugging your right hip back slightly, left hip forwards. And then option to float your arms overhead. Take a big inhale. And as you exhale, bend your elbows. So your elbows come in line with your shoulders and your palms are facing forward. From here, a little bit of fluidity. Inhale, take your arms and elbows back and lift your chin and your chest up. As you exhale, bring your fingertips and elbows to touch and bow your chin towards your chest. 2 more of those. Inhale to open, exploring a heart expansion. Exhale to close. 1 more time. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, both arms up to the sky. Place just your right hand on your right hip and take your left arm overhead and breathe into your side body. We're sending breath, we're sending wind, we're sending air into all those little pockets of our body that maybe feel a little tight or restricted or stagnant. Use your inhale to come back to center. Exhale to lower both hands back to the earth. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, step forwards now, Uttanasana, a standing forward fold. Take a halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana, hands to shins perhaps. As you fold, exhale, look to your shins, keep your knees soft. If it doesn't feel good to look at your shins, you can always stay looking at the floor, maybe forearms to thighs, especially if you have dizziness, vertigo, or high blood pressure. This option might be better. You could always have your hands on the earth. You could always have your hands on your blocks. Breathe into the backs of your legs. Not only may you be feeling a stretch here, but this stretch is for the entirety of the back lines of your body. So maybe you're feeling a stretch in the back of your neck or somewhere down your spine or even in the soles of your feet. Some of you might choose to wrap hands around opposite elbows and just take a couple more breaths, simply swaying the body side to side, as if it too is moving like a tree, like a willow tree, moving through the wind. Hanging branches, flowing side to side. As you're ready, start to lower your hands. Take another halfway lift. Exhale, fold and step back with your right foot to the back of your mat. Lower your right knee down. And here we are in our lunge once again, maybe hands to the earth. As you start to draw your pelvis more forwards and down. From here, decide whether to place your hands on blocks, maybe hands on the front thigh. Find that steady, tall spine, and then maybe float your arms overhead. Take an inhale breath. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, elbows and arms back, chest and heart lift. Exhale, bring fingertips and elbows together, bow your chin to your chest. 2 more of these. Inhale to open, moving with the entirety of your inhale breath, and exhale to close. 1 more cycle. Inhale to open, heart expanding, and exhale to close. Bring both arms back to the sky, and then place your left hand to your left hip. And take your right arm up and overhead, breathing into the right side of your body, breathing into your right psoas, your right hip flexor. Send that wind energy, that spacious energy into any of those sticky tight spots. Inhale that right arm back to the sky, and exhale, lower both of your hands to the mat. And let's step back to downward facing dog, lifting the right knee, and then extending your left leg to meet your right behind you. Pelvis high, hands and feet equally anchored to the floor. Melting towards the thighs, elbows soft, shoulder blades on the back of your rib cage. 3 breaths. Notice where you're feeling the wind element here in this shape. Is it in the back of your ribs again? Is it in your belly? Is it in your side waist? And as you're ready, you can lower your knees and come around to a seat. We're going to set up a reclined butterfly, Supta Baddha Konasana. So lots of options for this one. I would love for you to be on kind of incline if possible. So either a rolled up blanket or your bolster behind you, and then 1 or 2 of your blocks at the very far end of your bolster where your head is going to be. So here you'll be on an incline. We want to keep our back of the pelvis to the floor, and then it's the middle and upper back that rest on your bolster and the back of your head. If this really doesn't serve you today, no problem. You can slide those props away and just come down onto the floor. The other option is to create more of a dramatic back bend just using your 2 blocks. This is a firmer, higher option, so just be careful as to whether you need that today. But basically, you would make a T shape with your blocks. The top one here is for the back of your head, and the lower one goes in between your shoulder blades. Now, this is a little trickier to get into, especially if you've never done it before, but it is available to you if you want it, and it would feel good for your body. So I'm going to do one. And if you're choosing the bolster version, come on in. If you're choosing no props, come on in. If you're still with props handy, you might choose to use those to support under your hips or knees in this shape. So once you've found your position, check that this feels okay for your legs and for your back. Make any alterations you need. If you would prefer to have your legs long and wide in Shavasana, feel free. Our focus truly is on the respiratory system, on the chest and the lungs. So it really is up to you what you do with your legs. This butterfly pose just gives you that option of an inner leg stretch at the same time. Your hands can either be resting on your legs or on your lower belly or on your rib cage. Just check that your elbows are to the floor so that you are relaxing. Another option is to expand your arms across the floor with your palms facing up. Option to close your eyes. And now I invite the wind element to circulate through your body again through the use of prana. So as you breathe in, explore those front lines of your body, expanding and widening and lightening as you inhale. Noticing the spaces of your body that get touched by that expansion. And as you exhale, noticing the back of your body getting softer and heavier and sinking more into the floor. Let us take 3 more breaths like this. And slowly bring your hands to the outsides of your legs to bring your knees together. If you do have props underneath you, I invite you to either lift yourself up or roll to one side and simply remove those props from underneath you. Come all the way down onto your back. And take a nice big deep exhale breath. Maybe with your knees bent, feet to the earth, maybe hands resting to body. You might even choose to walk your feet as wide as your mat now and rest your knees in center. I invite you to have one hand on your lower belly and one hand on your heart. Just spend a few more breaths, focusing, widening the back with every inhale. And from here, we move into Durga Pranayama, or 3-part breath. So for this 3-part breath, your hands are actively resting on the areas that we want to expand. So I'll just guide you first. As we inhale, we're going to expand the lower belly, and then the rib cage, and then the top of the chest. So that will be a full inhale breath. And then as you exhale, you'll slowly start to feel the chest sinking and the belly sinking until you feel a slight pull of belly button to spine and all the air is released. So join in as you're ready. Again, if this breath does not feel good for you, just keep your hands to your body and just simply breathe, feeling your hands rise and fall. If you're coming for Durga Pranayama, then let us begin. Inhale in 3 parts, lower belly, bottom of the chest, top of the chest. And then exhale, top of the chest, bottom of the chest, and lower belly. Continue like that. Breathe in, lower belly, bottom of the chest and rib cage, top of the chest. Exhale, top of the chest, bottom of the chest and ribs, and then lower belly. A couple more like this in your own time. And then very gently start to release that breath. Start to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Maybe roll your wrists. And then we'll move into a twist. I will let you pick your twist of choice. I'm going to guide a single knee twist, but if you have another twist you'd like to do, please move into it. If you're coming with me, we'll extend the left leg and hug the right knee into the body to begin. Just take a breath or two like this, extending the left leg away, hugging the right knee in, breathing into the lower belly with the shoulders relaxed. And then tap the right toes to the floor, lift the hips slightly to the right, and then take the right knee up and over to the left. You can always grab a block or two to put under that right knee if needed. You can rest your hands on your body, or you can open your arms wide. You might choose to place another block behind the right shoulder if needed. This twist is a wonderful opportunity to expand your chest and increase your lung capacity as you take this spread of your arms and shoulders more into the floor and really focus on breath traveling down the length of your spine. Perhaps here returning to our mantra. Feelings come and go like clouds in a windy sky. Conscious breathing is my anchor. Feelings come and go like clouds in a windy sky. Conscious breathing is my anchor. Three more breaths. And then hug that right knee back into your chest and lower your 2 feet to the mat and shift your body back to a neutral position and exhale your breath. Just give yourself a moment between the sides. It's really a great space to be, to feel the spine returning to neutral, to unraveling, and finding more expansive breath perhaps. As you're ready, your left knee comes into your chest, your right leg starts to slide all the way down the mat. Your shoulders relax back and down. And there's lots of breath in and out of your lower belly. Tap the left toes to the floor, lift the hips up and over to the left, and then lowering that left knee to the right, taking any props with you you might need to support that left leg. You do want the leg to be heavy and grounded. You don't want the leg to feel like it is floating, because then you'll be holding in your hips. So really let that left leg find its place. And then maybe you open up the arms. Either looking up or looking gently to the left. Last 5 breaths. And then slowly coming all the way back to center, exhaling your breath. And at this point, you can start to prepare your body for rest, for Shavasana. So maybe a bolster under your knees, maybe a blanket over your body for weight and warmth, maybe an eye pillow over the eyes, maybe an extra cushion behind the head. Legs gently widening, palms facing up, shoulders nuzzled underneath you. Cleansing exhale, breath. Dropping in, giving yourself full permission to rest now. No more to do. Start to deepen your breath now. Start to wiggle your fingers and toes, bringing you back into your body. If you have longer to dedicate to Shavasana today, please stay. No rush. If it's time to come out for you, you can start a deep full body stretch as you inhale, and then exhale to hug your knees in. And spend a couple of breaths rocking on your side until you roll to the right. And then slowly you can make your way up to Sukhasana, a tall, comfortable seat. Placing your hands one to belly, one to heart, and just feeling that prana, that life force within you, expanding you, soothing, healing, cleansing. And one more time, our mantra. Feelings come and go like clouds in a windy sky. Conscious breathing is my anchor. I thank you so much for joining me here for this practice. It was my pleasure to guide you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.